I'm sure I understand what I mean when I remark that there are some quite depressing things going on in Hollywood. This time, however, I'm not just referring to a shoddy rundown. I'm also discussing suspected murder, child abuse, and phony baby daddies. The fact that Chan Rock is currently the messiest woman of the year will surprise you, I assure you. Has been neglecting her child, and since her child's shortcomings are obvious, she has been sobbing in front of the entire Beyoncé social media community. But there are also rumors that the DNA test she developed for her son's convenience following the death of his biological father is a fake. With so much to process, let's get right to the news. In 2023, Chrisean announced her pregnancy in January and gave birth to a beautiful child. Nevertheless, ever since her son, Chrisean Jesus Porter, was born, Chrisean's baby had to be taken from her.
No parent at 4 in the morning. Nobody want to watch him. She got Marsh.
Oh my God.
She got Marsh watching the baby at 4 in the morning so she could what? Get some, do a verse. Let me get in here, bro. All this so you could do a verse, suck some. You a both. My son ain't got no parent. 4 in the morning. Stopping us because she want to be a bad parent to a bad parent. She want to be a yes.
Close door.
Yeah, close the door. Let's go, Marsh. You gonna get your ass up as soon as we get there. Come on. Jaden got a good fade waiting for you, Marsh. Let's go.
I can't do it.
Jaden got a fade like Tessa. Come on, girl. Let's go. Either you gonna get out, I'm gonna drag you out, Marsh. I'm gonna put this baby down and put you to bed. All right.
Due to all of her habits, including smoking and drinking, Chrisean hasn't stopped after becoming pregnant. It is said that his mother's condition worsened during her pregnancy, and the poor boy is currently suffering as a result of her transgressions. Things can turn really vicious, so I'm not sure how to react to this news. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but it's not like having a mother. I don't know all of you. Given that Chrisean seems to be merely delivering that unfortunate baby with deformities, this is comparable to being a nurturer and caregiver. Chrisean needs to get better, or she will lose the baby. I just sent the message, so don't come for me. Cranny. Rock is messier than we thought she was, and I tell her this because she demonstrates her terrible nature when you think she's crazy. But as I've already mentioned, things will worsen because a man who isn't even certain he wants to be with you, forever and for nothing, if you are cheating on a DNA test, her baby's DNA. When Chrisean was seeing Blueface, she was so careless and promiscuous that she didn't know the father since she kept going to see her dead ex. Have I told you that this man pushed her to do a DNA test? Well, let's get right to the topic. After the birth of her child in 2023, because Chrisean was so messy, everyone assumed that her kid was Blueface's. But have you ever thought about the possibility that it might not be? Karen K, Ronnie's real name, claimed the child. Not everyone knows this, but C was also having a wild relationship with Ronnie throughout the times she and Blueface were together. When she gave birth to Blueface, some of the earlier tweets that are trending again even asserted that the child wasn't hers. He claimed in one of his tweets that the infant didn't resemble me. The reason this is so nasty is that Chrisean apparently tried to pin the baby on Blueface, and at first he wasn't having it. His fatherhood last year, he has retracted his claim. Why she insists on it is beyond me, as there is no scientific evidence that my child already exists.
Babe, that's me, your father.
It's not.
You the father.
Oh, that's what that means?
You a weird ass. You wanted to be it.
I'm saying,
so
you sure?
weird.
The video demonstrates the man's dissatisfaction and ongoing doubts about the outcome. I suppose he had good reason to do so, given Ronnie Chan's ex disclosed that Chrisean was juggling both Blueface and himself while traveling from Los Angeles to Baltimore.
What's up? Chrisean was back and forth from what? LA to Baltimore. LA to Baltimore. Y'all know that. Every single last one of y'all know that. She told y'all out her own mouth.
So it kind of makes sense that Blueface will think the baby ain't his, but while Blueface doubting, Ronnie was begging Chrisean for a DNA test.
If Junior is not my son, I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. If Junior is not my son, the DNA test will prove that. Right or wrong.
As a result, it makes some sense that Blueface would believe the child is not his, even though Ronnie begged Chan for a DNA test, just as he was starting to have his worries.
If Junior is not my son, I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. If Junior is not my son, the DNA test will prove that. Right or wrong? Right.
Because despite his belief that the baby was his, she refused to give him one. I'm just asking why you're refusing if the dude isn't the father and he took his L and left. Her decision to ultimately post the DNA results online is dubious and icy. Given that he did now, it's SSAF. Before Ronnie passed away, however, he disclosed that Blueface became pregnant for him after Crone was meant to abort her child. This is the reason she is afraid to take a real DNA test.
Was Blue told her to go get her abortion. In the process of her going to abort his baby, she got pregnant with mine. And that's why she's scared to do a DNA.
Though I'm not sure what you guys think, it seems reasonable to me. And what are your thoughts? As I said before, Ronnie died suddenly, and I find it strange and superfluous that he died after she went on a tirade about taking the test and threatening to reveal some information. In a direct message to his aunt, Ronnie claimed to have been attacked and expressed concern for his safety while he was standing in front of his house just before he died. Although his aunt warned him, it appears that they were quick to bring up the anomalies in the test after some fans found a DNA template online that had the same case number as Crone's, proving she had been lying. I'm not sure, but the appeal and warning were in vain, and ever since Ronnie's death was made public, the internet has been going crazy. The fact that Chrisean took advantage of the occasion to share a picture of herself and Blueface together and her son's DNA test makes it particularly accurate. When his death was made public, why would you disclose it when you never put the man to the test? It's a harsh and icy world. That she waited for Ronnie to die, almost as if she needed him gone first, makes it even more terrible that the police are treating the case as a targeted hit and homicide. Cran Rock is a suspect since a motivation existed. In response to the incident, even Whack 100 expressed his hope that she is innocent and stated that Cran had no excuse for not testing the man, at least before his death.
I don't know, man. They say it was a targeted hit. Time will tell. You know, I hope there isn't any foul play on Rock's side. There's obviously some foul play because we got a man dead.
Right.
But I will say this.
I agree. The poor baby deserves nothing but love and care, not all this chaos. According to a DNA test leak, Ronnie was afraid for his life and only wanted to care for the child if it was his, which is why the method he died appears odd. Authorities are currently looking into the conversations. The internet is awash with comments like this one, as previously mentioned. I definitely think she was involved with Ronnie's death, because the fact that she waited until he died and made fake documents about the DNA test makes her suspicious. According to one commenter, you guys are blaming her when you don't. We're here for the tea if someone is found guilty, but otherwise we'll simply let the law do its thing. In real life, I knew what that man was all about. However, if you have any comments, please leave them and come back for more.